All right, just playing some blues. In fact, we are ending some blues. We played for a while and now it's time to end the song. And today's lesson is all about blues bass playing and learning how to end songs, because there are a lot of variations when it comes to ending a blues. And if you never end a blues, it'll just keep going. Guitar players are going to solo, keyboard players are going to solo, harmonica players are going to solo, and the song has to end somehow. So typically in a blues, you'll see the band leader maybe hold up a fist or acknowledge that we're going to end the song. And here are a couple variations for you to play different things when that moment happens. So if you want to have fun things to accompany this lesson, head over to my Patreon page or my TRUEFIRE channel. You can get tab and notation there. You can also check out the 12-bar blues survival pack on my website, ryanmedora.com. But before we do that, let's get into this. Let's learn about some endings. So the concept of ending a blues is pretty simple, but if you follow the basic rules, a lot of the variations will start to make a little bit more sense to you. So in a 12-bar blues, you play from your 1 chord, you go to the 4, come back to the 1, play your 5 chord, your 4 chord, you're back at the 1, and now it's time to end the song. So typically somebody will signal an ending somewhere around here, and you'll end it. So when we do that, we have a couple things that we could play. So the first thing that we're going to do is acknowledge that in a blues ending, we're going to land on our 1 chord, we're probably going to hit our 5 chord, and then we're going to return to the 1. So our target notes are going to be the root, and right now I'm in the key of G. My root is a G. The 5 chord, which is going to be D, and then get back to G. So even if I do this kind of move, where I start on the 1, walk it up to the 5, the D, and then land on the 1, back to the G. You can see how it kind of outlines those basic target notes of root, 5th, back to the root. So as we do this, one great variation is walking up to the 5 chord like I just did, where we walk up chromatically. So we're starting on the root note G, and you can start here or in the octave here. We're going to play the 3rd scale degree, which is B, walk it up to the 5, going chromatically. So I'm going G and then B, C, C sharp, landing on D. There's my 5 chord that I'm hitting. And then I am going to the 1. So I have a couple options here. Option number 1 is kind of doing that. This is kind of your quintessential jazzy, bluesy ending where I'm playing scale degree 6, 7, 1, or E, F sharp, and G in the key of G. So this ending has this nice, like, kind of like upbeat feel, jazzy vibe. And I like to kind of hit the low G as well for emphasis. Now you can also do this by playing some of your low notes, because we do have a low E, which is the 6th, and a low F sharp, and a low G. So I can actually just play these notes on my open string like that. So in this case, the variation would be like this. There it is. Again, playing the 1, walking it up to the 5, and then returning to the 1. So that's kind of variation 1 and 2, since we are in the key of G and we can take advantage of our low E. Another variation is walking up to the 5 again, but then approaching the 1 in a slightly different way. So before we went 6, 7, 1, we played it nice to the notes of the G scale. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to walk it up to the 5, and then we're going to approach it 2, flat 2, 1, or in this case A flat, land on the G. And so what I'm really doing is, knowing that my target note is G, I'm going to start here at the A, which is a whole step above, walk down chromatically, land on the G. So this move is going to sound like this. Pretty cool, pretty easy. Again, the first part is the same. It's just that little ending where we want to find our way back to the 1, where we're adding a little bit of variation. And you know what? Because we're approaching it a whole step that way, we can probably approach it from a whole step in the other direction. So let's try that. that works too. I played root, third, walked it up to the fifth, and then played the flat seventh, in this case F, major 7, F sharp, and then landing on G. So one thing that you'll notice about this is every time I walk up to the 5, and then I have essentially 3 notes that I can play with to land on my 1. I can go 6, 7, 1, I can go 2, flat 2, 1, or I can go flat 7, major 7, 1. And all of those things work really well. So as you're playing a blues, sometimes you need to kind of anticipate what everybody else in the band is going to do, but usually it'll be one of these types of variations. So I hope this is helpful the next time you go to learn a song or you step into a blues jam. Again, check out my Patreon page and my TRUEFIRE channel for tab and notation for this lesson. And head over to my website, rhymador.com, get the 12-bar blues survival pack, and you'll be able to practice along with an awesome drummer, some guitar tracks, and lots of other fun goodies. So have a great day, everybody. Happy practicing and keep it groovy.